Stop guilt trip them and just make them move on if they want to move on. If the athlete wants to move on, allow them to do so in peace.
Unbelievable! He's done it again! Thompson puts here! Thompson Hero wins! 10-6-0! Olympic record! Whoa! Another goal! The legacy as one of the all-time greats is surely complete. Defending champion comes back and wins again in supreme style.
All right, trackies, welcome back yet again. Now, this one, I feel like I get me in a trouble. Oh, I'm gonna say it anyway, right? I'm definitely gonna say it anyway. Trackies, I feel like some of these high school coaches need to know when to let go. You know, I feel like they look at these athletes and go with puppy dog eyes. I can't do puppy dog eyes. Let's try. It's not working. But anyway, I feel like they look at these athletes with puppy dog eyes and they go, you know, I took you from this stage to that stage. Stay with me a little longer, or let me take you to the next level. And I feel like it's kind of guilt tripping the athletes into staying with them, and then they're not able to take the athlete to the next level. You know, we heard Stephen Francis say very recently in an interview he did with Trisha, that some of these coaches are thinking that, listen, they can join the league, I guess the senior league, and expect to get results immediately. And he pointed to how long it took Glenn Mills to get results. And I'm thinking that these coaches, these high school coaches, are trapping some of the juniors, because I never call no name, right? But there's a particular set of athletes that were quote unquote the dream team, and you can count on one finger how much of them really are doing nothing right now. And why is that? Because they get trapped into, in my opinion, and I know y'all are gonna sound off in the comment section below. Someone gonna cuss me off too, but it's all right. Yeah. So in my opinion, they get trapped into going to these quote unquote high school coaches that somehow created clubs, and them and do them little thing. I mean, listen, I have no problem with nobody being progressive and wanting to, you know, evolve past a certain level. But is it at the risk of you know, crushing somebody else's future? I don't know if I'm in agreement with that, because think about it. Some of these athletes literally will lose their time or their moment, because as we see every year or every other year, you see a new face. So these athletes that we quote unquote thought would have been, you know, the athletes to take us to another level, and by us I mean Jamaican sprinting to a next level. By 2 year, no, next 2 year August is a different set. So if they spend time, wasted time, right, elsewhere, and not progressing the way they could, then what's going to happen when all of these athletes come up and take their spot or push them out? They're gonna push them out of the way. They're gonna push them out of the way. There's gonna be no space for them. So I feel like some of these high school coaches, and again, we're not gonna really call no name, but you know, you guys see all of the information that is circulating from one coach saying, oh, this athlete isn't ready to go pro and he needs more time with the athlete, while said coach is gonna be head coach at another big school. And I'm thinking to myself, so when you're gonna have time for dedicate all this time higher level kind of thing? And to me, it just comes off as really selfish and not knowing when to let go. At the end of the day, it's your job as the high school coach to get me to perform to a certain level. But after that, thank you. Thank you so much, but I'm on my way, kind of thing. I definitely feel like, say, you know, some of them are whole back them pitney, and I don't know. As an outsider looking in, on can, I don't know. Sound off in the comment section below, and as usual, let me know what you think about the whole shindig. But I feel like, based on what we're seeing or what we have been seeing, some of these coaches, need to know when to let go and stop guilt tripping the athletes as well. Stop guilt trip them. Stop guilt trip them and just make them move on if they want to move on. If the athlete wants to move on, allow them to do so in peace without guilt tripping them and everything else under the sun. Right? So anyway, trackies, I think that is it for today in terms of the recordings. Sound off in the comment section below and let me know your thoughts. Do you think the athletes are being guilt tripped into staying with their high school coaches, staying another year in high school if they don't have to, or joining the high school club that they created? Well, not high school club, sorry, a professional club that they created, and we're not really seeing any results out of a few athletes well for years now. So sound off in the comment section below and let me know. There are quite a few athletes that one could have been really great and they just never materialized. So trackies, sound off. And as usual, like the video and subscribe to our channel. I'll catch you in another one. Toodaloo.